What's up YouTube, my name is Kelworth and welcome to another Fury Warrior guide. In this video I'm going to cover everything you need to know to refine your skills as a Fury Warrior in Legion. First up, we have the talents. For a pure single target fight, these are the talents you want to go for. If there are adds spawning throughout the fight, swap Endless Rage for War Machine. War Machine therefore becomes your go-to 5-man talent, whilst Endless Rage can be used for fights such as Crows, where the main focus is simply on one target. In the next tier, you'll mostly pay double time for raiding. However, I'd recommend you rock Shockwave for higher level mythic keystones, as it can save a group from some pretty hairy situations. Wrecking Ball can be used for ad heavy fights such as Scorpion, but is more often than not going to be outperformed by Avatar, even in dungeons. The Fury single target rotation revolves around a simple priority system. Getting Enrage is your first priority, always. That means casting Rampage and then Bloodthirst. Beyond that, your cast priority would be Raging Blow, Odin's Fury, Rampage, Bloodthirst, and lastly Fury Slash. However, make sure to never cast Odin's Fury outside of Battlecry and always wait for 100 rage to cast Rampage. Try to accept never having any downtime in your rotation, as you always want to press something. Your aim is to get as many Enrage Raging Blows out as possible and using Fury Slash as your last resort button whenever nothing else is available. Also, learn to plan your bursts carefully, utilizing boss timers, on-use item effects, etc. to your advantage, as there is nothing more devastating to your DPS than a poorly executed burst window. When your target reaches 20% health, your rotation changes. At this point, Rampage and Odin's Fury moves completely out of the rotation for single target damage. Your priority now becomes to stack as many Juggernaut stacks as possible whilst keeping Enrage up. Therefore, you should now prioritize in the following order: Enrage Executes, Bloodthirst, Non-Enrage Executes, Raging Blow, and lastly Fury Slash. To optimize your Battlecry window in the execute phase, try and save your last application for the last 7 seconds of the fight, where you have the highest amount of Juggernaut stacks. Don't get too frisky with this though, as it is much better to cast it too early than too late. Also guys, keep in mind that you should only be casting execute for single target damage. As long as you're facing more than one target for the entirety of the execute phase, continue the AoE rotation that follows even beyond the 20% health mark. For 2 to 3 target DPS, all you're doing differently is replacing Fury Slash with Whirlwind in the priority order, meaning that your priority then becomes Raging Blow, Odin's Fury, Rampage, Bloodthirst, and Whirlwind, provided you are Enrage of course. For 4 or more targets, Odin's Fury moves ahead in the priority order and Raging Blow leaves the rotation completely, meaning that your priority now becomes Odin's Fury, Enraged Whirlwind, Rampage, Bloodthirst, and non-Enraged Whirlwind. There is a slight caveat to this, and that is the Legendary Belt. If you have this, stop casting Raging Blow at 3 targets rather than 4. Once again though, you never cast Odin's Fury without Battlecry and Enrage active, unless there is some niche boss mechanic coming into play. So how about gearing, you might ask? Haste and Mastery remain our 2 strongest stats for both AoE and single target damage, the latter increasing in value once your haste exceeds 30%. Fury is in a pretty weird spot right now, where strength more or less is our worst stat along with crit. Because of this, you need to ditch your ego and sacrifice a few item levels for the greater good. As always, I recommend getting familiar with Simulation Craft if you truly want to min-max, but going for as much haste as possible and then mastery is never going to take you too far off the right path. Your best neck enchant is going to be the Mark of the Hidden Satyr, and due to how Fury works in Legion, Potion of the Old War is vastly superior to Prolonged Power. Unfortunately, these are also very expensive. So the decision to go down the cheaper route for Mythic Plus or just casual play is by all means justified. The Dream Relics would be triple Battlecry damage. This is what I am rocking right now. However, none of our traits are blatantly OP compared to the rest, so if you can't be bothered simming, it is generally safe to go with your highest item level relic if in doubt. Other good traits to look out for are the ones that increase your Raging Blow damage, and those that increase the damage of your Enrage buff. Again though, item level is key in most situations. In regards to legendaries, top loggers all rock very different ones, as there really aren't any absolute mandatory ones unlike certain other classes have it. I for one have all the best in slot ones and find myself swapping around a lot. Your overall best legendary for single target throughput is the Head, and you want to pair this with the Cloak. However, both of these do fill up a tier slot, so going with Pride Ass or something like the Execute Ring is a close second. Remember that equipping the Cloak would mean you'd have to rock the Nighthold tier chest for 4-piece, which has crit and versatility. For AoE, your best legendary is the Belt. If you pair this with the Wrecking Ball talent, your sustained AoE damage is going to be insanely strong. If you've gotten the boots, bracers or shoulders though, don't get too frustrated. remember that the haste mastery stat pools on them are still amazing, and the utility they provide is somewhat underrated. In regards to the trinket and Zafusa's secret, they can see use in very niche scenarios, but generally they are going to be, well, absolute freaking dog shit. Anyway guys, I think that's pretty much it. If you have any further questions and want to see me cover a specific topic in one of my future videos, feel free to drop your suggestions in the comment section below. Finding things to make videos about can be challenging at times, so I would appreciate that a lot. In other news, I want to thank you all so much for the response you left on my last upload. The amount of nice comments and likes I got was beyond what I could ever imagine for a first upload. So thank you all so much. I wasn't really happy with the quality of it myself, but it motivated me to start making more videos like these in the future. You guys freaking rock. If you're looking for another channel to watch exclusively covering World of Warcraft and Fury Warrior specific topics, hit that subscribe button and I'll make more videos like these in the future. Thank you all so much for watching, have a great day onwards, and I'll catch you guys next time.